Self-reflection helps us deal with the truth of our own emotions. It helps us learn to understand how we feel about certain things, and it helps us know what we resonate with. Use these journal prompts from Flip the Book and journal or contemplate or use them as conversation starters to see how you feel. How do you resonate with the paragraph read? What section of the paragraph can you take out to be a journal prompt for you? Have fun with it and learn more about yourself through the beautiful craft of journaling. So I think it's time to play Flip the Book. So would you like book 1, 2 or 3?
Let's go for number 3.
Number 3. So, okay, that's Spirituality, Evolution and Awakened Consciousness. And you've got 1 to 188 pages to pick from.
Oh, okay. Give me page 153, Lorraine.
153?
I feel like I'm spinning a wheel here.
It's a little bit like that, isn't it? All right. So we have, we'll say 3 paragraphs to pick from.
Paragraph 2.
Okay. So this comes under the heading, when did authenticity become the enemy? When we obsess about how our control, performances, and images are received by others, we become preoccupied with the potential judgment or known judgment of others. This causes us to spend a great deal of time and resources orchestrating the illusion that support what we want to convey. This affects what we buy, wear, talk about, and how we scale others with pecking orders. However, the fear of what could affect our display, images and illusions, deprives us of peace within. This can ignite constant mind chatter of assessing everything we do by how others may perceive it, which inhibits our ability to authentically interact with others, ourselves, truth, and life. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, wow. I've picked well. That's a terrific, and that's packed. We could do a whole other podcast session on that paragraph. As a charity, one really good thing about my origin story of how I started Blue Dragon is that I had no idea how to start a charity. No idea. And I'm so glad. And even now, we've been running for 20 years now. We still have discussions. In fact, it's kind of funny. I had one yesterday with the team around our communications and our fundraising work, around how we organize and how we share messages to the world and how we segment, how we write an email to this type of audience and to that type of audience. And in those conversations, we're saying, what does everyone else do? Because, we don't know. We're really working it out for ourselves. And this particular conversation yesterday, like so many of them do, we talked about, well, this is what others do. I don't think that would work for us. That's not us. Really, in the end, our success has been that authenticity. And in some ways being shut off from knowing what everyone actually says we should do. The times that we have done our very, very best work are when we've put the least kind of marketing into it, the least proofreading but have just gone out there to the world with just what is on our heart, saying, hey, we need help. Like I was saying during the COVID period, we really then had to rely on just our online messaging, our emails, our social media, and so on. There was no getting out for meetings, right? There was no hopping on a plane and traveling to Australia to attend an event. We just had to write very clearly what was happening, what the need was. And people respond to that authenticity. Unfortunately, that means that you then get some people who then become like experts at creating authenticity, and it's fake. And man, you can tell. people can tell. We have such good radars for authenticity. Every great development in Blue Dragon, whether that's how we communicate with the world or how we work with young people in crisis, when we drop all of those external pushes that we've often placed on ourselves, thinking we have to do it this way, we should get that because that's what everyone does. That's when we do our best work. You've made me want to read that chapter, that's for sure.
So I'll email it to you. Yeah, it's
Thank you.
yeah, and thank you for holding true to your own authenticity, because you are a shining
There's
light.
no better way. Yeah. Look, we take a warts and all approach. We're not perfect as a charity.
Yeah.
Things go wrong. And we have to learn. But actually, because of that, I think that's our greatest strength. Our greatest strength is our vulnerability. Because I'm the founder, I'm the guy who gets all the credit. But in fact, the people who are turning up and doing this very, very dark work sometimes, they're amazing people, mostly Vietnamese, who could be doing other things. And I'm reminded of that every day. These amazing the psychologists who carry these terrible burdens on their shoulders, the rescue teams who are facing, physical danger in what they do every day. The staff who are at our drop-in centre, where the kids are mucking around and making noise, and they've all chosen a difficult path to help others, and that is such a wonderful thing. And life doesn't go in a straight line.
No.
There are kids we helped, and one particular story I've spoken about previously. One young boy who we rescued from trafficking, who then burned his school down in a village, and the loss of this school was a terrible blow to that village, and he ended up in prison. Now he's a Buddhist monk, and he has devoted himself to charity. And there are kids we've helped who've ended up in prison. There are kids who did so well and had so much potential, and never fulfilled it. Or kids, life doesn't go in a straight line. You can do something terrible today, and tomorrow you can still come good.
Yeah.
And I embrace that.
Yeah.
It's okay that things don't turn out as we would hope. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to take it's a whole, that's reality. That's reality, what you're talking about. Yeah. Want to
Often they
thank
turn
you.
out better than we hope.
Yeah, yeah. That's right. You're having some wins too, Michael.
Absolutely. That's right. That's right. And you can't have the wins without the losses.
Yeah.
You can't win 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, I want to thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for being part of the show. I've enjoyed your conversation.
This has really been lovely talking to you, Lorraine. Thank you. Thanks for the great work that you do.